right, we're back with another episode of Who's on the Phone, and tonight we have
Michelle.
on the line. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Michelle.
Okay, so I am 33. I live in Dallas, Texas with my husband, and we have two cats.
Okay, and can you tell me a little bit about how you met your husband?
Okay, so I met him on Facebook, and when I met him, there was a post on Facebook about transgender people and making fun of them. And my husband is actually transgender FTM.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he was being bullied, I made a comment under his to defend him.
Mm-hmm.
And when I defended him, he seemed to like it, so he sent me a friend request on Facebook, and I sent him the first message. We started talking, and then he asked me a while after we met, he's like, "Can I kiss you?" And I said, "Well, I don't want you kissing me until we're official." So I asked him to be my boyfriend at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and then we became official. And then shortly after, we did become engaged. We got engaged January 7th of 2021. We got married in February of 2021. So we've been married. We've been together since December 2nd of 2020, though. So almost 5 years. But other than that, I loved him the first time I saw him. I flew from Indiana to Texas to
Mm-hmm.
see him, and that's when I decided, hey, I want to move here so I can be with him full time.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of flying back and forth. So that's when I made that plunge, and I'm like, "Hey," I'm like, "Let's just do this. We're happy, let's just make the plunge and do it." So he got me a plane ticket to fly over here, and I did with my cat Lulu, and that's when we moved in together, and we've been living together ever since.
Okay. Okay. That is a whirlwind romance, but honestly,
I know.
meeting on social media is the new thing of today, so
Oh yeah,
that's pretty normal.
and he told me that's the best thing that came out of social media because he'd been single for 7 years before he got with me. So
Wow. Okay. Do you guys plan on having any kids?
right now, not too sure, but I mean, we talked about it. So,
Okay, so let's start with these questions. And I will say, if you want, you can have a safety question, unless you're a person that just doesn't care and you want to just. But if you want to have a safety word, let me know what that is.
oh no, I'm good with anything. I'm
Okay,
pretty open.
okay. Have you ever fantasized about someone who isn't your partner and did you act on it?
No, actually, I'm pretty faithful when it comes to that. So, when it comes to other people, I don't even pay them any mind. When I have somebody, it's all about them.
Okay. Okay. What's one thing you wish your partner understood about you but never seems to get?
So, the one thing I wish he would understand is when I'm anxious, because when I get anxious, I do get in a kind of a bad mood. And so I kind of wish he would understand more, just kind of comfort me more, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
So, like, when it comes to that, I just want him to hug me, but it seems like he just pushes it away sometimes, and I want him to be more comforting when it comes to that, and I know he can be.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he's done it before, so I'm like, I already know he can do that.
Okay. Have you ever stayed in a relationship out of guilt or fear?
Yes, I did actually. So the ex before him, I felt like I was forced into that relationship, and it was very abusive, very verbally abusive, mentally, anything you can name. It was abusive, and I stayed out of fear that he was going to hurt me, and I got fed up with it eventually, and I'm like, all right, I can't do this anymore. I have to stand up for myself because if I don't, something could happen. You know, it's like, come on, Michelle, you got to do better than that.
So how'd you finally get away?
I finally got away after when my friends noticed that he was he got in a corner and he pulled a knife on me. I'm gonna be completely honest with
Oh my goodness.
you. And when he did, that was it. My friend called the cops, and that was it.
And
So I finally was able to get away from him.
did you press charges?
I did. I did. And he went to jail for they only gave him about 2 months.
Oh wow.
I know. Crazy.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
Um, what's the biggest lie you've told in love, and did you get caught?
Actually, I've been pretty honest when it comes to love. So with me, when it comes to like relationships and love and all that, I truly believe honesty is the best policy.
Okay.
I don't mean, I don't think I've ever really lied. So I think I've been pretty good with not doing that.
Okay. What's a thought you've had that you've never said out loud?
I mean, okay, if I'm being honest with you here, I did have thoughts about like just back then some people like I had crushes on before. I had some serious thoughts about them, but I never said them out loud because I was too afraid to say anything.
Do you still feel the same way?
I don't. I don't. I've moved on from all that. Used to move on and be happy with what I have now rather than before.
And is this the first time you dated someone that was trans?
What, like serious?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, actually. This is my first serious relationship. Yes.
Wow. Okay. So you've never had a serious relationship before this?
I did have a boyfriend in middle school, but I don't think it was really serious. I mean, we didn't get as far as the like kissing, stuff like that. So I didn't think it was serious. It only lasted for about 2 weeks.
Okay. Okay. Um, what is the darkest moment you've ever had alone?
I've ever had alone. When it came to my depression, that is the darkest moment I had. So back then when I was in high school, I suffered an eating disorder. I actually overate and then I made myself throw up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I became anemic because of that. And so my iron was very low. I was about 17 and it was just horrible. Like it was horrible going through that. And so I had thoughts of like ending my life and it's just like I got the help I needed after that though. Like I went to the hospital. I was like, I need help. I walked in, I'm like, I need help. I gotta get help for this. Because if I don't, it could turn down to where I do lose my life and I won't be able to live it. Like
Did you have any support during that time?
I did. My mom, my family, I had my friends. Um, that's pretty much about it. Like, my dad wasn't really too present. So, I mean, I'm just going to be honest about that right now. He wasn't too present. And so, my mom was my biggest support during that time of my life.
Yeah. Okay. What's a
And I
thing?
want my mom for that.
Are you guys still close?
Talk every day.
Oh, that's sweet. What's a secret you've kept from your closest friend?
Oh my goodness. That's a deep one. I'd have to say about my sexuality. So I am actually pansexual. And I never did tell any of my closest friends that, especially the ones that I grew up with. I was always afraid of being judged.
Mm-hmm.
So pansexual, it's where you go for the heart rather than the parts.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, if I tell them this, is it gonna be bad for me? Is it gonna make them judge me, see me differently? I was always afraid of people's opinions. So now I'm getting better with that.
Okay.
But at the time, I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen. Or if they're gonna see me as a different person when I'm not.
Okay. When do you feel most powerful, and when do you feel invisible?
I feel powerful. Like, okay, so I have a big following on Facebook right now. I have about 144,000 people.
I seen that.
So
Congratulations on that.
I feel very powerful. Being a leader. showing people that positivity is a good thing,
Mm-hmm.
that motivational, being motivational, telling people they're not alone. And then when I feel the most invisible is when I'm alone with my intrusive thoughts, when I'm like sitting down, like I listen to music when it goes to that. So when it goes to that, I just sit down. I listen to Blue October. I don't know if you've ever heard of the band, but I listen to their songs. They're my biggest inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
So they really speak to me when it comes to their music because they've been through a lot of the same stuff I have.
As far as what?
As far as like depression, anxiety, stuff like that, mental issues.
Mm-hmm.
So they've been through all that. So they know that. I actually met the lead singer personally of Blue October
Oh, yeah.
because my husband, he actually knows the lead singer of Blue October, and we went to a meet and greet before for him. So it was fun.
Okay. So what do you do?
What do I do as far as like
Work.
work? I work as a counselor. So I actually just got my certification as a mental health counselor.
Oh,
And I focus solely on substance abuse counseling and behavioral issues. So, and then I work at a grocery store on the side.
okay. That's awesome. How do you like doing that? Is that
I
something?
love it. I love listening to my clients and their stories. I love listening to them and listening about what their life is like, what they've been through, how I can help them. So it makes me feel like very sweet to do that for them because I know part of what they've been through.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's like I resonate with my clients too. So I make it a point to put them on a path that's good for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. What does your husband do?
He's disabled. He stays at home, but he is on disability, so he gets a disability check every month, which is nice.
Okay.
But he became disabled after he lost his job in 2005 for no reason, which is very funny because you know I'm like, why would they make up complaints about him? Because he's a nice person, like he helps people out every day, so I don't get it. But he does like working on computers, so if anybody needs a computer built, that he's your guy.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
What is something that you do that makes you feel sexy even if no one sees it?
I dress up. So, like, what makes me feel sexy, honestly, is like wearing dresses, wearing skirts, all that, just showing my body positivity to
Mm.
people because I know people struggle with body issues. Like, they're like, oh, I don't like my body. I'm too big, stuff like that. So, I want to make them see, hey, this can make you feel sexy. You can be yourself despite what you wear.
Okay. And are you talking about like people with body dysmorphia?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. What's a part of yourself you've had to hide to be accepted?
Honestly, again, definitely my sexuality because it's like, how can I be myself when there's so much hate in this world? I don't really know. Like, how can I be myself?
Yeah.
So it's like I was even afraid to come out to my parents like that because my dad, I was afraid he would see me differently. I was afraid my mom would see me differently, but my mom accepted me right away.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, I got the love of my mom at least.
Mm.
And my little sister and brother, like they're my biggest motivation too to be myself.
So how many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have a little brother, he's in Seattle. He just turned 31 in June. And then I have a little sister. She is in Pennsylvania
Mm.
and she just turned 25.
And are you the oldest?
I am the oldest, yes.
Okay. What is something that you've done that made you question who you are?
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. Back in 7th grade, I had a friend named Tiffany, and I never like broke rules before. I was always the good kid, the goody two shoes. So she convinced me to run in the hallway, and so we ended up in detention because someone caught us.
Mhm.
So when I got detention, my history teacher was actually the one that was the detention person at that time, and he's like, "Michelle, what are you doing here? Like, what are you doing here? Like, why are you in detention? You never break rules." And I'm thinking to myself, man, I ran in that hallway. I listened to peer pressure.
Yeah.
So I think that really made me question who I was because it's like I've never done that. I went out of like a comfort zone to do all that.
Okay, we're gonna switch over to like more family oriented questions. What's a generational curse you're trying to break?
Abuse and alcoholism. So my dad, when I was growing up, was alcoholic, and I it's hard to talk about, but like he wasn't like the best. I love him. We're like I actually forgave him now, so I did come to a forgiveness, and I did come to an understanding of why he was like that because when he was raised, his life wasn't perfect either. His mom had 8 kids.
Mhm.
He was the 5th child out of 8. you know, and like he got bullied himself. So I understood why he took that path. And I was like, I do agree it was morally wrong, but he's been sober for over 3 years now.
This
So he's been sober for over 3 years. And I love him for that. Like he got sober, that he got the help he needs to be on the right path too.
well, that's good. Yeah.
Yes.
So, are you guys close now?
We are. We do talk from time to time. Maybe not as much as with my mom, but with my dad, like, I do tend to call him. His birthday just passed in May. He just turned 65.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, he's doing really well. He's in Florida now. And he lives with my grandma right now. My grandma is about to be 90. So
And
it's been a lot.
is him and your mom not together anymore?
No, they're together. They're still like married, but they're just like separated right now. Because my mom's in Illinois and he's in Florida just to take care of my grandma.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
What's a family secret that changed how you see everything?
Oh man, which one do you want? There's so many. Um, my aunt Maureen, she was a secret child of my grandfather that nobody knew about, and so God rest his soul, he's been gone since 2013.
Mhm.
But all of his secrets came out as soon as he passed away.
Who was
So,
telling it?
do what?
Who was telling the secrets?
My aunt Maureen actually did a DNA test,
Mm.
and she actually found us. So somehow she found us. She did, I think, a 23andMe DNA. And she ended up finding out that our family was her family, and she found out my grandfather is her father biologically.
Mhm.
And her mom was married when they, did the deed.
Oh,
So, yeah, yeah. So I'm
so
just like,
you never knew her during your
I
childhood?
no, I never knew her up until a few years ago.
Wow. Was she devastated?
I mean, she was raised by somebody, she was raised by her mom. I think she was actually adopted out though. So when she told me like her life was fine. She just she did want to meet my grandfather, but it didn't get to that point. She didn't find us until it was, too late. And
Mm.
so yeah, it's tough for her, I'm sure, not to know her biological father. But she's got family, she's got me, she's got everybody else, my mom, everybody that loves her. We accepted her with open arms. So that's a good thing.
Yeah. Did she
And
did he know about her, do you think?
what do you mean before?
Yeah.
No, nobody ever mentioned her. Nobody even knew about her until I think the first time I met her was in like 20.
No, I mean, did your grandfather know about him?
Oh, did my grandpa? Oh, he knew. He knew. He just didn't want anybody else to know.
Oh, wow. That's so
He,
sweet.
he literally, there was time my mom would, hey, grandpa told me that, you know, he had this child adopted out. He didn't want nobody to know because he was afraid it would get back to him and give him that reputation.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I thought it was a case like maybe he did something and he didn't know that he got someone pregnant and she just
Nah, he just didn't want anybody to know the secret. Well, I'm telling you right now, all of the secrets came out. And
there's more just from your grand
just for my grandpa, yeah. He actually had another one. There was, I think it was at his first wife's funeral that there was a guy that looked exactly like him. I'm pretty sure this is my uncle.
man look good like
Yeah. So when I looked at that guy, I looked at my grandfather's picture. I'm like, I about dropped. I'm like, whoa,
so he was just having babies left and right.
pretty much. Yeah. He got around.
Oh my goodness. Did your grandma know?
My grandma, yes, she did. And she still loved him through it.
Bless her heart.
Bless her heart, right?
Yeah. Okay, what is something your parents taught you that you now reject?
What they taught me that I reject,
Mhm.
putting up with abuse. So if I feel like somebody's abusing me, I'm going to let them go out of my life. I reject that fully.
And who do you feel like put up with abuse?
My mom. My mom did with my dad for years. I had to watch her go through it, and it was horrible.
And did that change how you seen your mom?
It changed me her a little bit, yes. From the time that I saw her, I'm like, how can you put up with this? Why don't you just go? You know, get away from him.
Mhm.
Do something. So she didn't do anything until 2014 when my sister was 14 years old and I was 22 at the time. And my dad got in our faces and said, I'm going to end you both. And I think he was drunk. I don't think he would remember this, but I do. And so DCFS got a hold
Mhm.
and, they had to take my sister away. Thank goodness they didn't because I told them, I'm like, I don't think he would actually touch her or me.
Mhm.
So I had to sit down and talk with the social worker. And it was a horrible time because I was like, I've never put up with DCFS before.
Mhm.
And I told them, please don't take my sister, like, don't take her, I love her. Like, I don't want anything bad to happen to her. And they're like, okay, this, because my dad got arrested at his job at that point.
Mhm.
He was only in jail for a day. And my mom got order of protection against him. And he took all of her money. He took all of her money.
Oh my goodness.
Took it all out of her account, everybody's account, He took everything. And like I said, he was probably drunk, so he didn't remember all this, but I do. And so I remember sitting in that corner of my mom's house because I was still living with my mom at the time. I didn't move out till I was, you know, close to, 'cause I moved in 2020. So it was crazy. I was like, I need to get away from him. I can't be around him at that point.
Mhm.
You know, yeah, just stay away from the house for about, I think, like 3, 4 months before he could come back. And he had to do anger management.
Mm.
So he did. He did the anger management, and I seen a difference in him. He didn't touch a sip of alcohol after that.
Mhm.
But then he got back into it, and I'm like, okay, you need to stop. You got to get better for your family, or you're gonna lose them.
Yeah.
And he didn't lose my mom. He did not lose me. He didn't lose my brother or sister. We're still all a type of family. Now that he's sober.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing to me.
Are you close with your brother and sister?
I am. I talk to them daily. I just talked to my sister a couple days ago, and I asked how she's doing, and she's doing phenomenal. She got her master's degree at 23 years old.
Awesome.
She went for political science. I'm very proud of them both. My brother was in the army.
Mm-hmm.
He went shortly after high school, and he's been in the army ever since. And he just got a girlfriend. So
That is so great.
yes,
I'm happy to hear that everybody's doing well and adjusted.
oh yeah.
Okay. So we got a couple of wild card questions. What is the pettiest thing you've ever done and were you proud of it?
Oh my gosh, this one's gonna be funny. So the pettiest thing I had ever done was to pretend to be someone I'm not. Okay.
Mhm.
So I would make like, I'm literally not joking. I made a fake number just to troll my ex.
Which ex is this?
My ex. And like I said, I'm an open person, so I learned from this. But I think he kind of knew it was because of how I talk.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Why are you doing this?" And I'm like, "Because I want revenge on you for what you did to me."
Is this the one that was abusive?
Yeah.
Okay. And you did that after you guys broke up?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Are you proud of
I
it?
thought it was funny because I was sending pictures of like women in bikinis.
Are you proud of it?
No, no, not at all.
Oh.
I mean, I'm proud that I got a reaction out of it,
Uh-huh.
but I'm not proud that I did.
Oh. What's your most I can't believe I did that moments?
I would say that situation I just explained. I was like, I can't believe I did this. This isn't me.
If you could erase one person from your past, who would it be and why?
My ex best friend, because I'll tell you right now, we've been best friends since seventh grade,
Mm-hmm.
and she ghosted me. She actually ghosted me
Oh my goodness.
for years. For years, she would ghost me because our friendship ultimately ended over a guy, which is not cool. And I told her, I'm like, I can't talk to you. I'm not going to be friends with you anymore until you get yourself situated and more mature because I can't put up with it. And she told me at our graduation, she's like, all right, I'll do it. And I didn't believe her. I didn't believe she was going to.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to tell you right now, last year, she got a hold of me. So she found me on Snapchat and she's like, I want to talk. I want to be friends again. And I asked her why. I was like, why should I? All you did was technically use me. She did use me because she had me pay for everything. And we had to use my car because I was the only one that could drive. But I felt used.
Yeah. So was it your guy?
Well, she got her license shortly after me, and she didn't get a car until years later. And I was like, why? Why didn't you get one before? Because that made me feel less of a person because I was being used by someone I ultimately called my best friend.
So the guy that ended the relationship with that was that your boyfriend or her boyfriend?
It was it was mine. She liked him too, and she ultimately tried to steal him from me. So I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah, she
And
can't
he
be
ended up
trusted.
choosing her.
Oh wow. Are they still together?
No, not at all. He told me, I think he reached out to me a couple months ago, and he told me that he asked me. Oh,
Oh my goodness.
yeah,
So she didn't even get the dude in the end.
yeah, pretty much.
I would not trust her.
No, honestly, I'm cautious when it comes to like talking to her
Mm-hmm.
because of what she did.
Yeah. That's like the ultimate no no.
Exactly. That's like girl code. Don't
Yeah,
do that.
absolutely. What's something you wish people knew about you but you're scared to say?
What? Oh, okay. So The one thing I'm scared to say is I did grow up with epilepsy. Uh, and not a lot of people know that about me. And so my first seizure, my first seizure was when I was 5 years old. And ever since then, it's like I didn't want that people to know that part of me because I was like, all right, what's gonna happen? Are they gonna say, "Oh, well, I wish you would just die"? Like, because I have gotten comments like that before.
Mm-hmm.
And when I did tell people that I have epilepsy, I'm like, they're like, "Oh, is it incurable? Like, is it terminal?" And I'm like, that's what I was afraid of. Now, I've had seizure free though for close to close to 15 years now.
Okay.
So I was on a medication, Tegretol, for a while. And it seems like when I got off that, I kind of just grew out of my seizures, which is very weird to me.
Mm-hmm.
I guess so. Um, but like I said, I'm open, honest here. So this is very raw for me to open up like this, but I'm glad I am.
Yeah, you're very easy to talk to.
Oh yeah.
So, our last question, which is a doozy. What's the one question that you hope I didn't ask?
Oh gosh. This one's gonna be funny. So, the one question I wish you didn't, or what was the question again? I'm sorry.
What's the one question you hoped I didn't ask?
That I hope you didn't ask.
Mm.
What my most embarrassing moment was.
Yes. Well, I did ask that.
Hysterical.
No, I did
You,
ask.
oh,
Mhm.
you did. Oh shoot, yeah, you did. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
And that embarrassing moment was when you pretended to be
Yeah,
someone else.
yeah.
Okay. Is there any other thing you didn't want me to ask?
I mean, not really. I think we're pretty good with this.
Okay. Well, it was very good talking to you. I appreciate you taking the time and being so flexible with the schedule. I apologize about that again.
Sure, don't worry about it. You're good.
Okay. Well, that will conclude our interview today. Thank you so much, Michelle. It was great talking to you.
Okay. It was great talking to you too. Thank you. All
All right. And this will be the conclusion of the second podcast.
right. Have a great day.
You too.
All right. Bye.